Hey, good morning. It's Chris on the road with another double shot. What a difference a day makes. I'm at about a 27, 28 degree temperature swing from that 9 below that I hit in Ohio. Now I'm in Philadelphia at a training center, and now we're at 16 degrees above. I mean, my God, it's as balmy as it gets. Hey, listen. I know I get a little vociferous, I guess that's the word of the day, and I get a little bit cantankerous as I do these things, but I'm trying to get you to think. Remember, the double shot's not inspiration, the double shot is to think. It's like a double shot of espresso. Shock your brain into thinking about things. We talked about the meet and greet, a proper way to greet that customer. We've talked about what the real qualification is, that you're qualifying the vehicle the customer's looking for, not the money. So other people will do that. And then we talked about performing the hood and trunk to create the demonstration drive. And now we're at the created demo drive. I have them on the showroom floor, hopefully in front of a representative model. I've given the customer a chance to experience all the different things I've learned about that car that I think will be of interest. Now, just a moment where we talk about hot button selling. You couldn't drill into a customer's hot button any more than you can predict the stock market. That's a ridiculous teaching tool. It's just a way to fill time and fill the air with blather is all it is. It's a consulting trick to talk about hot button selling. There is no hot buttons that you're going to get to. You're going to ask the customer leading questions. Is safety important to you, Mr. Customer? No, safety's not important to me. I like to put my kids in the front seat without belts on and run cars into brick walls. Of course it's important to them. So the hot button selling, please put it to the side, at least while you try to use this process that your managers want you to be involved in. So think. I get them on the showroom floor. I'm going to point out a couple, 3, 4, 5 minutes worth of material that's really impactful about my particular car. I'm thinking of Lincoln the other day when I watched them basically sell their car as if it was an iPhone app, and I thought it was very creative, and I was interested even as a customer. So I'm going to do that and then say, Mr. Customer, so far would you agree that we're working on the right model, or should we be looking at something a little bit different? I'm waiting for the customer to confirm that, yeah, it's the right model. Great. I talk a little bit more and then say, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go get something that can help us both. I'll be right back. Where am I going? I'm going to get what we would call, I hope, the house demo. I hope your dealership is smart enough to understand that 300 or 400 cars that you might have in your inventory, you're going to pick the one where the battery doesn't work anymore. You're going to pick the one that was set up with the gangster position seating where it's down and all the way back and the radio's blaring and the steering wheel's down in your lap. That's the car you're probably going to pick with your customer. So walking out into the inventory and just randomly picking a car for a demo drive is not the hallmark of a professional. At your dealership, every model, the most popular version of that model, should be set up for a demo drive called house demos, but it's up to you. So if you're going to go out and get a car and bring it to the front door of the appropriate model, hopefully with some of the right features and options that are inside the vehicle. That's the way that your managers want to do business. There's other ways to do it, and it's not the only way, but that's one of the ways that they'd like you to do it. When you open the passenger side door or doors, depending on how many people you are dealing with, when you go to get that customer and bring them out and say, I've got something to show you, you walk them up to that car outside the parking lot with the dealer plate on it, with the doors open and the car running. It doesn't take a rocket scientist, fortunately, to realize that, hey, we're probably going for a ride. The passenger side door is open, the driver's side door is not open, which allows you to drive first, if that's your dealership's policy. So now we're about to begin the demonstration process, the demo drive. We want all concerned parties to drive, and we've done a hood and trunk to give them some basic allure and attraction to the model. Now the question is, what do we do on that demo drive? But think about it, it's created. If you ask a customer to go for a demo drive, there's a 50% chance they will say no. If you use this created demonstration technique, there's a 70 to 90% chance that they will go and take the ride. Every third demo turns into a sale. If you geniuses and your managers, if you're capable, all of you get together, get all the computing power in the dealership, and tell me if a 50% demo rate is better than a 70% demo rate if every third demo turns into a sale. There's your assignment for the day. I want you to think about that. Again, think. I'm going to create the demo drive, not just do would you like to take it for a ride? No. Oh, okay. Now what do you do? Now what's your backup plan? Because if you go to your manager, the first thing he's going to say is, did you take it for a ride? Well, no. Well, then I'm not giving you numbers. Here you go. Now you're ready to end up in a conflict with your customer. Take this as the double shot that it is. I want you to think and then start to execute this. Go back to the first video, watch these things, watch them over and over until you can't stand me anymore. But when you get to that point, maybe you're there now, but when you get to that point where you can't take it anymore, then you're probably selling cars, making money, and having fun. Good morning from the road with Chris, but this was a double shot. Take care.